Good evening, everyone. This is Beth Donesco with the All Stories Theater Company. We are glad you're joining us today for our presentation of an All Stories original in the Castle of Count Dracula. Before we begin our Gothic adventure, we would like to take a moment to encourage you to investigate two philanthropic organizations that we think are doing important work right now when a variety of serious problems are facing America. We like to transport people away from the real world with our plays, but we also like to take a moment to talk to remember the real world is out there. So if you look on the YouTube page, you'll see we've posted links to the NAACP Legal and Educational Fund and the United Way of Mass Bay and the Merrimack Valley, which specifically their COVID Family Relief Fund. You can read more about these two organizations and the work they're doing right now to help people in communities all across the region and the country. Thank you very much. And now, without further ado, I present to you the Castle of Count Dracula.
So, this is what a castle looks like on the inside. So, this is what a castle looks like on the inside.
Oh, good. Other guests? Good. Feeling a little odd being here alone.
Well, who are you?
Romulus Theodore, Fates of Ireland.
Oh, never been to Ireland.
Never wanted to go.
Ignore him.
Oh, I know who you are. You're Stormin' Addie Norman, the greatest colored gold stunt pilot in the US of A. I believe it's how you're advertised.
I wrote that.
My brother and manager, James. And let me tell you, he's wrong. Be advised, Mr. Theodore. I'm not the greatest colored girl stunt pilot in the US of A. I'm the greatest damn stunt pilot of any color or sex in the whole damn world.
I have no doubt. But why are you here in a castle in Pennsylvania? Is it because you're the queen of the skies?
Oh, I like that.
Oh, here we go with this.
Excuse my brother. He's in need of a nap.
A nap or a nip? I've been told we can help ourselves to a very good brandy.
I'm not a big brandy drinker.
Me neither. But would you be a fan of whiskey?
Why, yes. Yes, I am.
And to answer your question, we're passing through for the night. We've got an air show in Sofia, Bulgaria. I'm the headliner.
And you didn't have a quicker way of getting here than this? You're afraid of flying?
Very funny.
Now, we had her plane shipped over. We had to stop and get in Bucharest. And you have a lot of questions. It's a bit tedious.
Occupational hazard. I'm a journalist, afraid to say. I'm here reporting on where we stand. one of the last working castles in Romania.
What publication would possibly care about that?
In this case, National Geographic.
Oh, wow.
National Geographic. You don't say. You know what I always thought that magazine could use?
A story on the greatest stunt pilot aviator in the whole damn world. Which is fine if the writer of that piece gets free tickets to the pilot show.
He does not.
Alas. So why are you lodging with us? Do you know our host, the Count? Flew him through a barn one time.
No. Lucille invited me. She spent the summer singing at all the Count's royal soirees. Said I had to come, so we made time. We always make time for Miss Lucille.
Who wouldn't? The great Lucille Hayes. Ain't nobody's business if I...
Don't.
We go a ways back. We know each other from various celebrity engagements. She sent me a telegram, told me I had to come and see this place. So we're here for the evening. Tomorrow we'll pick up my plane.
You're Jenny.
That's right. He knows about planes.
Not really, but...
Oh, Miss Lucille!
Oh, hello, Addie.
You remember my brother James.
No.
Hi, I'm her brother James.
Very well, very well.
Have you met our host, Addie?
No, we just got here.
We just got in.
Oh, you must forgive us for not being here to welcome you. We pride ourselves on our hospitality. I'm Radu, a most common Romanian name, but perhaps not one you hear very often in America.
Nah.
And my sister, Elena.
Oh, another brother-sister combination.
Yes, well, someone must keep them in line. Welcome to our home, and our brother, the Count himself, welcomes you too. He's just indisposed at the moment with the business. He is very excited to meet such an illustrious guest.
Well, I'm very excited to be spending the night in a European castle.
Just one night? Oh, surely, Lucille, you can convince your young friend to stay longer.
I will try.
Yes, a day is not enough to even see all the rooms, as Lucille and Mr. Theodore can attest. It's a castle of many secrets and many unexpected adventures.
Creepy, then.
Some might say, but that is part of the allure.
Well, we do have my sister's plane to reunite with, so...
Yes, but tonight, we're all yours.
Yes.
Come, let me show you to your rooms. Lucille will perform for us tonight, and it will be a lovely celebration, sure to entice you to stay here even longer. Lucille, why don't you go lie down and rest your voice?
Yes, that's a good idea.
We'll call you for tea. Kodri, please get the bags.
So, Mr. Theodore, how is the article going along? Coming along. Forgive my English.
Well, so far, so good. But I would like to speak to your brother at some point.
Yes, of course. And he would like to speak to you. He should be available later tonight.
Is that your doorbell?
Yes, one of the maids will get it. I have to say, Mr. Theodore, I don't quite understand who would read an article about such a place after the details of the structure are explained. I mean, of course, it is a stunning architectural treasure, but there's nothing else here that anyone would find very interesting.
Well, of course there is. And you and your brother and sister, people want to know what makes 20th century nobles tick. About your business, about your famous guests?
I'm not so sure. No, I'm not so sure.
Oh, excuse us for intruding, but the weather has put us off the road. And is there any accommodation we could pay for here just for the night? Or do you know somewhere else?
Oh, well, most unfortunate. Are you hurt, gentlemen?
No, just lost, stuck, and in need of shelter.
Yes. It is very bad weather we're having. It's very dangerous for the driver, especially if he's not from the region. You are most welcome to stay. I will have the maid see to your things.
We have only one bag each. We appreciate this very much. Merci beaucoup.
Well, have a brandy, please. Calm your nerves. Rest assured, you are safe now.
Bad luck there. Romulus Theodore.
Dr. Maximilian Sylvanus, my associate, Dr. Abraham Van Helsing.
Oh. Van Helsing? Any relation to the writer?
He's the writer.
Really? The Van Helsing?
Writer, doctor, philosopher, it depends on the day.
He's quite taken with the castle. At the moment, don't blame him. Quite a place.
He's also something of history. There's much of history here. Abraham, this is...
Mr. Theodore, the reporter. Yes, yes, I know. And I know your work, young man. Not the fluffy pieces of late, but the stories from the war. You lived in a neutral country with a grudge against the British, and yet one would never know. The main feature of your stories was always the suffering of humanity. I believe you wanted to cure it. It may be of use to us.
Gentlemen, my brother explained your predicament. Most unfortunate, but please be comfortable in our home. I am Elena, and these are two other guests.
Miss Norman, the pilot, yes. And Miss Hayes, the musician. Madam, I am an admirer.
That's very kind of you to say.
Yes, I'm always flattered when my reputation precedes me.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yes, Mr.
I am Maximilian Sylvanus, physician, and this is...
Van Helsing. Dr. Abraham Van Helsing. Your reputation precedes you as well.
Does it?
Yes, a man of science and the letters. And I am so pleased you somehow found your way to us of all the places in Transylvania. Oh, forgive me, I don't believe I have introduced myself to our other guests. I am the lord of this castle. I am Count Dracula.
I forgot to ask the maid to wake us up at the crack of dawn. We gotta get to the train at Bucharest or our entire schedule is gonna be thrown off. And besides, I don't care what National Geographic says. This place is creepy.
I'm worried about Lucille.
What do you mean? She just sang for us for an hour, and she's probably made a fortune here this summer. I don't know how she's worked out that deal, but I'm sure it paid very nicely. Have the mind to ask who her manager is and get some advice.
She isn't right. Haven't you picked up on that? It's like she's in some kind of trance or something. Some kind of fog. When I came in, she barely greeted us. When I saw her last year, she mauled me like a mama bear.
Did you hear the same singer I did? Because she was not.
That's just the point. She was herself when she sang. She was filled with emotion and energy. But every other time I've talked to her today, I don't know how to say it, like she's in a trance.
You think she's on some kind of dope?
No, I don't think that's it. But I'm going to ask her if she wants to leave with us tomorrow.
Oh, I don't know about that. We've got to get an early start, and it'll take her a long time to pack all her things.
Then I'll ask her tonight.
Addie?
And this was once the library of our ancestors. They were very learned people.
Doesn't look as if it gets much use anymore, if you don't mind me saying so.
After a while, people get tired of books, even the educated.
These are quite a lot to get rid of.
Yes, well, let me show you.
Excuse my interruption, but I find I am in need of my sister's help.
Help with what?
Some problems with the servants downstairs.
Oh, I see. Yes, I do apologize, but please keep looking as much as you like. Though, if a room is locked, please don't try to open it. Just leave it be.
Tired of books. Who could get tired of these books? It would take a man 50 years to read them all.
But think of how many times a man could read it in 500 years. Many times, my friend, many times.
500 years? Well, I suppose you've got a point, but
I did not get the chance to explain how you can be of help to us, young man. And for your own safety, before it gets too late and dark. This seems as good a time as any.
But wait, perhaps Tucker's research. Two of them are occupied now, so we'll have an easier time.
search for what?
Something I wish to all that is holy we won't find, but something I'm almost certain we will.
You certainly have a lot of beautiful things, Lucille, and I could pack them in a trunk for you in just a few minutes. It wouldn't be any trouble at all. It's time you should get back to your home, to your fan club, don't you think? Make another record?
Yes, that would be nice.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you're getting paid pretty well and nicely, as my brother was saying, but
That's very kind of you to say.
oh, you don't have something with one of those Transylvanians, do you?
No. Everything is going very well here.
All right, enough. Miss Lucy, I've known you for going on 10 years, and this is not you. You're acting like you're high on dope, or your head got damaged, or you're in some kind of trance. What is going on here?
Miss Norman, did Miss Hayes just leave?
Yes, she's getting some sleep.
A voice like something from heaven, and the music of your people is unlike anything the world has ever known. It is glorious.
I guess it is.
But what are you doing out here alone?
Nothing, just getting some air.
You are perhaps a child of the night like myself. You have such high regard for the skies. You like them best perhaps when there are stars.
I wouldn't say that. You can't really fly without light. The sky doesn't have a lot of use to me if I can't fly in it.
Ah, but it is a wonderful thing to fly in the night. The air is cold and still, and the world is silent below.
You've taken an airplane up at night? Who was flying it?
No, never mind. It's not important. But I did want to talk to you about flying, you see. I know you are a great talent when it comes to planes, and I have always wanted to have a plane of my own and someone, the very best, to fly it for me wherever I wanted to go, through the mountains, to other countries.
In the dark. I could recommend some people who would be willing to do it for the right price.
Price? No, I don't want anyone else. I want you.
Maybe someday I won't be able to do stunt flying anymore, Count. But until then, I'm not ready to be a private chauffeur pilot. To me, that's like retirement. Even if I did work out of a castle for a count.
Look into my eyes for a moment and see what I am suggesting. See that it goes beyond mere work and money and such tragically earthbound things.
What the hell was that?
The night maid in the lower room. She's afraid of bats. We'll talk again. Good night.
Miss Norman, I heard a scream.
The night maid. Something about a bat? Where are the boys?
In the other room, but I couldn't help noticing you were talking alone with the Count for some time.
Just a few moments.
A few moments. My child, I saw you walk outside 1 hour ago, and the Count followed soon after.
No, I just came after. I don't understand.
Come, if it's only been an hour, it's not too late. But I need to speak to you and your brother right now without the Count knowing. The killing, no doubt, going on in the basement is unfortunate, but provides a good cover.
The what?
Get your brother and bring him to Romulus. Bring him to Romulus's suite. Waste no time.
This is all too strange.
No, you've yet to truly hear what's strange.
Addie? Addie? For crying out loud. I'm trying to sleep. There's no way. What the hell? What's going on here? How did you get in here?
What's going on? What's going on? We're still hungry. That's what's going on. And he says he has no need for you. He only needs the girl.
What? Listen, get out of my room. Get away from me.
He only wants the girl. He only wants the girl.
Help.
He only wants
Help.
the girl.
Get away from me. Away.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone. In the name of that is holy.
Stay back, whatever you are.
I've had but one villager's blood in this whole week gone by.
I told you, stay back.
You won't hold us forever, Hunter. Not in his castle. Not in his castle.
I don't plan to hold you, old woman. I plan to release you.
I don't care. I don't care what he is or what he does. We're leaving, and that's the safest thing.
It is not. He's good. He's got a whole sister. He remains undead. He could come after her wherever she is in the world.
Undead? Do you hear what you're saying? Do
No.
you hear?
Did you see? You saw them come for you? Their fangs, their nails, their black testy eyes. They're undead.
Please unmute.
They are the undead, and they feast on the living.
Which is why we can't leave Lucille. He'll kill her next.
You gotta tell the authorities.
We are in the middle of the Transylvania hinterland.
Well, there's gotta be someone to save Miss Lucille to stop him from.
We are the someone.
He only wants the girl. He only wants the girl.
Please. I don't ever want to hear that again in my life.
Maybe we should just leave.
No, not without Lucille.
Why only the girl?
I think it's obvious.
Wait. Even the maids, the housemaids. There's got to be vampires too, like the butler.
I took care of the maids.
What does that mean?
I think that's obvious.
The books. The books, of course. How did I not see? It's not women he wants. It's novelty.
What?
Of course. I forgot that in these vampires, some human being remains. He is here where he is safe and can feed without much trouble.
Apparently.
But he's near 500 years old. A vampire is bored.
What the hell? He's killing women for fun? You mean to tell me he's killing women for fun?
That's sick.
Has he not heard of records?
He's Count Dracula, Vlad the Mighty, Order of the Dragons. When he wants a singer, he takes her. He heard this new music.
Something the world has never heard before.
And
That's
you,
what he said.
and you, young lady, the great pilot, what greater novelty to stir the soul than flying?
He said he had his own airplane.
No, he said he flew. He takes the shape of a bat and he flies. But not, my dear, like a barnstormer. Oh, what fun he thought he'd have with the world's greatest stunt pilot.
He could have paid me. He could have paid her. He could have just asked. I would have taken him up.
He doesn't want to pay. He doesn't want to ask. He just takes and possesses. Lucille's music, your daring, the things he sees in you that this world has lacked. You exist merely to suit his needs and whims.
Oh, yeah? Someone get me a cross. And someone get me a steak.
Van Helsing, I welcomed you into my house, knowing full well who you were, or at least having my suspicions. And what do? You kill my siblings and my children!
That wasn't him. Not all of it. And you should thank yourself. 10 years ago, some of your brood made a nest in a small village where I served as a doctor. You went for the children first. That's when I learned they didn't name me to heal them, but protect them. For you, I learned to have a very good aim.
So you sent a boy to do your work, Abraham, a coward like the rest of your family for generations.
I see no boys here, only men and devils.
You primitive moralizing worm! You're the faintest clue who you're dealing with. Oh, your crosses and your garlic and your fence posts. Adorable.
Ah,
Now tell me where my pilot is, and then say your primitive little prayers.
I thought you could tell where I was with your mind control, Dracula. I thought that was the point.
Ah, there you are. Enough of this nonsense. Come to me, a man who will respect you. You live like a queen.
A queen isn't at someone's beck and call. There's another name for that.
Please, you'll be freer here than you were in your own country. Become like me and fly forever.
Never.
Lucille said the same thing. Lucille!
What are you doing?
Ain't nobody's business what I do. Give up now, or your friend, who I assure you is very much alive, will be sacrificed, and you will become mine anyhow.
No. No.
Take another step, Lucille, right to the very edge.
No.
Pay attention, girl. That's of no consequence to me.
I used to be afraid to fly, but I wanted to do it so badly. I knew I had to get over it. It's a strange thing to want to do something you're afraid to do, to be afraid of the thing you want to do. But you know how I got over it? It wasn't believing in myself or having my brother believe in me. It was distraction. I just distracted myself with enough things like rolls and fives and barnstorming. I got so busy showing off that I forgot what was going on around me. Just like you, right now. You're so busy showing off, you forgot to check your watch.
What?
No garlic, no crosses, no wooden stakes. How do you feel about sunlight? Lucille! Lucille!
Addie, where are we? I was singing and then...
You were! Music like no one's ever heard before.
You better believe it. And somebody owes me some money.
Thank you for coming and joining us at the All Stories Theater Company online for In Count Dracula's Castle. Your players today were Aaliyah Harris, Jeanette Lake, Lorna Noguera, Poti Toku, Craig Whitford, Reggie Joseph, John Trent, Reagan Carmody, and am I forgetting anyone?
Jordan.
And
Bella Lugosi.
And the great Bela Lugosi. Hashtag Romanian. Thank you so much for joining us. Join us again next week when God only knows what we'll do. And please do check out the links for the NAACP Legal and Educational Fund and the United Way of Mass Bay and Merrimack Valley. Thank you very much. And watch out for vampires. Bye.
Cool.
Yeah. That was fun.
Whoever covered my ass, thank you.
Yay!
Desperately scrolling. I'm like, where are they? Where are they? You were beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This was good.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
Have a good
night.
one.
Bye, everybody.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Great job, Reggie. Thank you. One of you is fabulous.
Bye.
Bye-bye.